Yeah. Hello champions, welcome to the session. A very warm welcome and good morning to all of you. In today's session, we are going to discuss subject-verb concord. Now, what is concord? Concord is nothing else but it is the agreement between the subject and the verb. So, depending on the number, that means singular or plural, and depending on the person, that means first person, second person or third person, the verb is connected or the verb is placed. So, we have a lot of 15, not a lot of, we have 15 rules depending on which we need to frame our sentences. Otherwise, we tend to make mistakes, and we usually make mistakes while placing the verb in relation to the verb, and in relation to the number and person of the subject. So, there will be questions in your CUET undergraduate exam where there will be questions based on the errors. So, on the basis of the subject-verb concord or subject-verb agreement in real sense, let me write the word agreement actually. A lot of students may ask or may have doubts what is concord. Concord is nothing else but the agreement. Agreement মানে এটা চুক্তি কাৰ লগত subject আৰু verbৰ লগত এটা agreement subject আৰু verbৰ লগত in relation, the subject should be in relation to the number and the person. So number may be singular or plural and person may be first person, second person or third person. So depending on the number and person, we have the subject verb agreement. There are 15 rules, and depending on the 15 rules we frame the sentences, and most of the questions which are related with the errors, find the errors of the sentences. The errors which are made are actually in relation to the subject verb agreement. Okay, but here we are getting a few fill in the blanks which will be coming in your, or which is frequently asked in your entrance exams or specifically in your CUET undergraduate exam. So let's start the session with all the MCQs that we have planned today for the session. Hope you all are excited to know the crucial point where the subject and the verb is actually agreeing to give us the sentence in the exact form or to frame the sentence. In this way, it is also helping to improve our verbal ability. So verbal ability, you know, in your syllabus actually the term verbal ability is given. So what is actually verbal ability? Verbal ability is nothing else but your conversation capacity, your capacity to converse with someone in the correct mode or in the correct way. So under verbal ability, we have a lot of segments and contents that is in relation to improve your vocabulary, to improve your speaking, your conversation ability, and your ability to frame the sentences in correct grammar. So let's start the session. Hope you all understood and you are excited to start the session, and you are excited to know the sentences, the tricky points where you all make a few silly mistakes. Number 1, bread and butter dash his only favorite food. Now here one thing comes is the concept of bread and butter. Bread and butter is actually referring to his income ability or his income, or we can also say the food habits that he has. So bread and butter is taken together and it is not taken as two different things, and it is not taken as plural. So bread and butter is actually the singular form where we will put the be verb or the helping verb in the singular form. But there are examples where, for example, there is one more example which I want to add here is gold and silver dash valuable metals. So I need champions that you all help me to fill this blank here. Here gold and silver is not like bread and butter. Bread and butter is something where it is giving us the notion of a singular concept or a singular idea. But gold and silver here is referring to two metals and it is connected by the conjunction and. And when it is connected by and, we refer to the plural sense and here are will come. But here bread and butter, what it will come? Because I have already said that it is the singular form, so is will come here. So you got your answer. Bread and butter is his only favorite food or his only source of income, or you can say his only food or his only item, food item that he usually used to have. So here we get to know that bread and butter is a singular idea and gold and silver is something where it is not joined. So try to understand what is the concept, what is the sentence, the idea of the sentence, what the sentence is actually trying to make us understand. On the basis of that, it will be helpful or it will help you to frame the sentence and to fill the blank in the correct verb form or in the correct helping verb form. Hope this is clear. Next, moving on to the next. Question number 2. One simple mistake is there. Sorry. So, read the sentence in this way. 15 minutes dash allowed to answer each of dash questions. So, here what is 15 minutes? When we say 6 miles, or we can say 2,000 rupees. So this kind of denomination or this kind of an idea which the sentence is trying to give us, that it is 15 minutes is itself a singular form, but it is giving the idea 15. So 15 minutes is allowed to answer each of the questions. Is allowed to answer each of how many questions? Because it is questions, it is plural. And here what will be? What are the options? This. So because we have got 15 minutes is allowed to answer these questions. Now see one more thing, when we put this, now this is the homophone. Here again students make mistake because this is singular and this is plural. So know which word is actually used. Try to understand which word is used. Because we are in a hurry and we are conversing, when we are talking, the difference doesn't come out. But when we are actually writing the sentences or we are framing the answers or we are filling the blanks, that time it becomes crucial and it becomes an hurdle for us to fill the blank. So hope this is clear for you all. Moving on to the next. Question number 3. The attendant. Again here a simple mistake is there in relation to the spelling of attendant. The attendant asks the doctor if the patient dash alive. So because here the attendant is trying to ask the doctor if the person is alive or was alive. So whenever there is the proximity or there is a predictable question, we put was, because here there will be the thing that if he is alive or he was alive. So the attendant asks the doctor if the patient was alive. Okay. So there is also the predictability. if the patient or if the accident happened or not. So that kind of a predictable we put was. Dash your parents at home. So when it is referring to parents again, next question. So parents is the plural form. Here both your mother and your father is referred. So here it will be nothing else but are. Are your parents at home? Next, question number 5. Neither of them. So now one more thing there it is the use of either and neither. Either or, neither nor. So this is the thing, this is the frame of the sentence. When we are putting either, we need to put or when we are putting neither, we put to nor. But whenever the sentences come in this way, that neither of them dash invited to the party, either and neither always refer to the singular form of verb, so of the subject. So whenever there is the option either and neither, always go with the option that is singular. Neither of them dash invited to the party. One more thing, that is the tense. When it is invited, we cannot put is, we have to put was. So neither of them was invited to the party. But one more thing here we need to add is, whenever there is the concept of the thing like the committee, what we put, the committee, or the thing like one more thing, one sentence I just want to add here because it is very important for you all to understand. Okay, neither the chairman, I am referring to one of the grammar book, neither the chairman nor the directors are present. Now the thing which we need to know here is, though the word neither is used and nor is used, you can see that neither and nor is used, but we are putting are here because here there is a reference to the directors. Which one is near to the be verb we will refer to here, and that is director means the plural form, and here we will put are because we are not referring to neither the chairman but to the directors or to the directors who are actually present. So we will refer to the subject which is near to the be verb, which is near to the verb, and whichever is near to the verb we will put the verb in accordance to the nearness. So basically the sentence is framed in this way that we will never put the plural form in the first stage, we will put the plural form always near the verb so that we can put the verb in the plural form. But these kind of sentences are very rare in your questions or in your exams because questions are asked basically on the singular form of neither nor either or. Yes, you have known, you can understand what I am trying to make you understand. So next, question number 6. A bouquet of flowers. Now here the concept of collective noun. Here the concept of collective noun is referred, where collective noun at times is referred to as singular or sometimes it is referred to as plural. But here a bouquet of flowers is referred. So what we will mention here, what we will notice here is a bouquet. A bouquet, that means singular, a bouquet of flowers dash the only thing that I bought for you. So whenever there is the concept or whenever the idea is singular, we will not refer to the bouquet of flowers, to the nearness. Here we will not refer to the nearness of the verb or nearness to the blank, but we will refer to the main idea. What is the idea here? So we need to think in our mind that we have to think about the nearness also, and we also need to think about what is the actual idea which is being tried to be explained, or which is being tried to be expressed in the sentences. So a bouquet of flowers is the only thing that I bought for you, because it is in the present tense, so it will be is. Hope you all understood what is the reason why we are putting the collective noun in this form. Next, question number 7 again is related with the collective noun or collective form. So here again there is a reference to the definite article, that is the, and when it is the again, it is singular and it is definite. So we know that whenever we are putting the, it is either in the superlative form of the adjective, or either it is the determiner which is definite. So when it is the shoal of fish, it is referring to the singular form. So when it is singular, we will put is or was. So the shoal of fish dash swimming in the lake. Again it is the present continuous, it is in the present continuous tense form, and we will put here is. So is swimming in the lake. Hope this is clear. Moving on to the next. Question number 8. The school building dash a lot of flower vases in its compound. Now the school building, for example, in your school building you have a lot of flower vases. So flower vases are there in the school building. Now here you need to think about which one will be the verb put here. Now see, whenever there is the form of third person and it is also in the singular form. So when this is the form, this form is there, we will put always has, and here the school building is an individual or a singular form. So the school building is the third person, it is placed in the third person, and the number is singular because it is the one single building and not the entire compound or all the buildings which are related to the school, but it is referring to the school may have 2-3 buildings or more than that, but actually what the concept of what is the idea of the sentence is the entire building or the whole building as a whole, it is taken as a whole. So when it is taken as a whole, the idea is as a whole, we will refer to as singular, and then we will put the school building has. So has a lot of flower vases in its compound. Hope this is clear to you all. Now see students, our sessions, the sessions which we are providing here, the live sessions in BPS we are providing, the sessions are very precise and concise. We are not taking too much of time from you. We are not giving the sessions to be a lengthy sessions. Why? Because here we are providing the crash course, and the crash course that we are providing are very concise and precise in relation to your CUET undergraduate exam. Because here whatever we are providing, it is actually to make you crack the exam. So we are making the study material, we are making the sessions in a very concise manner, and we are trying to give a lot of input, a lot of information in relation to the subjects, in relation to the domain subject, in relation to your quants, in relation to your GK test, your general test, and in relation to your English or the language paper. So it is very hard for us and even for you all people to gather the things in a very concise manner. So the thing is that the sessions may be short, but it is giving you a lot of information in a very short period of time. And here we are trying to give 2 or 3 more informations. We are on a parallel line where we are consistently trying to give you the information, and also we are trying to make your confusions clear. So the sessions are very active, and I hope and I want you all people to join the session, join us, follow us and subscribe us and be a part of the BPS team, so that you can crack the exam, you can go forward to your dream destination, to your dream university or your college. Next, moving on to the next question, question number 9. The introduction of reforms, sorry, dash, not liked by the seniors. Now see, here the introduction, the concept, the idea is introduction. Though reforms here, the concept of reforms here is there, reforms is in plural, but it is also near to the fill in the blank. But here what we need to think about the idea here. Here we need to know the first rule of subject-verb concord or the subject-verb agreement is that the error of proximity. Error of proximity, even if you search in your grammar books or in the Google, you will see that this is the first rule of subject-verb concord, where we always try to make the mistake, where we always find the error. There, where the blank is there or where the verb is to be put, we refer to the near, the concept or the word or the subject which is in plural form or which is near to the verb. So this is the mistake which we usually do, which we usually commit actually. So here the sentence, what is the sentence trying to say is the introduction of reforms. That is the introduction, the concept, the idea is introduction, not the reforms. The introduction of what? The reforms. But the introduction idea is to be placed here or to be noticed here in reference to fill in the blank or in reference to understanding the concept of the sentence is that the introduction of reforms dash not liked by the people. Now because it is in the past tense form, we will not put is here, we will put was, because introduction is the singular idea and it is not referring to the reforms. So the introduction of reforms was not liked by the seniors. So you are getting the idea. What I am trying to focus is that be not very, try to think about the idea, what is the sentence is giving us. And whenever there is the concept of either, neither, now because I have said that these kind of questions is frequently asked, and the questions which are related to the nearness or to the proximity. Proximity is nothing else but it is the concept of nearness. Which one is near? Proximity mane hol nearness. Juntu usort ase. So this is the error, and these kind of sentences won't come because the sentences where it is near, where the reform thing will be there, that kind of sentences will most probably it won't come in your exam. It is not actually frequently asked in your exam. The questions which are frequently asked in your exam is this kind of sentences where we tend to make the mistake or where we tend to make the mistake of proximity or nearness. We try to place the verb in relation to the nearness of the subject. Yes, you got it? Next, moving on to the last question of this session. Question number 10. One of the student dash a smartphone. Again, one of the student. The relation is, the concept or the idea is one. One means singular. But here don't think one of the student. So the student is the entire community or one of the students actually. It should have been one of the students. So one of the students from the entire class, only single student is having a smartphone. So when we are referring to the singular form, again one is actually the third person singular number, third person, and it is also in the singular form, so we will put has. So one of the student has a smartphone. So you got it? What I am trying to say or what I am trying to focus here is subject-verb concord. So we will do more sessions based on subject-verb agreement or subject-verb concord. But till then, keep preparing for the session and be very clear that here in BPS we are providing the crash course which is actually for your means, which is actually for your help to crack the exam. Okay? Thank you for being with us throughout the session.